Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage. Recreational Outrage.
It's from
I have a buddy who his first ever possession ticket was because he scraped all of his parents' bongs and pipes and put it into one giant ball of resin and then was smoking it with everybody. Sure. And then he left the library where we were at and fucking got pulled over by the cop. And that was his first ever possession ticket, a giant ball of resin.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's so terrible. I can just imagine the headaches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Looking back.
Oh, dude. Like, kids now will never appreciate what I had to go through in the 90s to get
I remember
high.
having black fingers just because I was scraping out rigs. I didn't have any weed, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
man.
smoke
That
a ball of resin.
stickiness, though, that
And when
stuff
you did
sucks.
get weed, like, pre-medical out here,
Yeah.
like, dude, every time you bought a sack, it was at least 20 minutes seeds and stems.
Yeah. For
Sorting
sure.
seeds and stems.
Oh, damn. I kind of miss seeds, though.
Dirtweed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like mid
can still
stuff.
get dirtweed.
I miss how excited you would get when you would get like what you called pretendies. You know,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was
The pretend kind?
It was swag, but it was still like light
Yeah,
green.
it's like, oh, it's got
Yeah.
like green with orange hairs,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
only like 3 seeds in this entire
you'd be
eighth
so
of an
stoked.
ounce. Dude,
Yeah.
you're like, this is this is like high times.
There was only one time that I purchased enough weed to like get it from the dealer with a label on it. But that one time I was like, it's actually the weed I purchased.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I've always just imagined they made up a name. Like I always thought it was like never the real thing that they were saying. It was like, it's Alaskan Thunderfuck. And it's
Yeah.
like,
So I had a
okay,
homeboy-
sure.
I had a homeboy that him and his roommate had a basement grow. And he was just a little guy. He's very non-intimidating. So he'd be like, dude, let's smoke a couple blunts. You don't have to say nothing. You just got to stand there and be big. I'm like, whatever. And we would go and he would like sold it. Basically, he met one Juggalo
That's how it all starts.
in North Aurora.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like in the heart of North Aurora, like ghetto North Aurora.
Yeah.
And then that Juggalo told a Juggalo, told a Juggalo, told a Juggalo. And all of a sudden, my buddy's like basically a weed man with a Juggalo delivery route, like every other Saturday morning, pretty much. So we would wake up, we'd wash the car, like we'd make a morning of it, man. We'd go get breakfast, we'd go slink dope to all the Juggalos at exorbitant prices. And then we'd fucking go do car stuff for the rest of the day, like go to a car show or whatever. And fucking like, I remember one time we were selling weed to the Juggalos.
He like
and this kid's
pulls out outside of the house to honk his horn and goes whoop 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 whoop.
But he goes, hey man, what strain is this? And he goes, well, I've got 3 strains, and he rattled off 3 names.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. And I knew for a fact he didn't have 3 strains because I watched him bag it up.
Right.
It was 3 different bags, but it was all from the same master bag.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. These guys loved it. They had choice.
Of course.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
dude, brilliant. That's good marketing.
Hey,
man.
that's
Good for you.
America, dude.
Yeah.
And then fucking we
The
went to
illusion
this,
of
like,
option.
Yeah.
like the 3rd or 4th Juggalo. It was like a 7 Juggalo thing every day. It took like 3 hours. On like the 3rd or 4th Juggalo, like another one asked, hey man, what do you got today? And he's like, oh, I got this, this, and this, and like 3 different names.
Of course.
And when we were leaving, I'm like, dude, we all know that that's just some clone of some New York skunk that you got like a decade ago. What are you telling these people all this shit for? He goes, that's what they want to hear, man. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit. They're going to buy the same amount no matter what.
Yeah.
Every one of them is going to spend $80. They just want to think they have a choice.
Right.
It'd be cool if he like leaned into it. He was like, well, this one's psychopathic Kush. This one's Dark Lotus.
Yeah, oh, dude, he'd be like, this one's my hybrid. This one's my indica.
This
I'm
is
like, I've
Hatchet
seen your
Man.
grow cock smoke. It is all the same
Yeah.
weed.
Yeah, but if you do put it in a different bag, I bet
Yeah.
you it changes.
There would be no way for them to even know, especially Juggalos. Like they don't.
And this is like in the early aughts.
Yeah.
Like 99, 2000.
They're not on weed maps.
No.
Yeah. It's not happening.
All right, we got to get this show started.
Oh, I
Dylan.
thought we were already going. My bad.
No, don't be. No, that's how we warm
we're
up,
going,
dude.
Love it.
I honestly think we haven't talked about weed in a while, you and I.
Probably have. I mean, yeah, probably not, dude.
I feel like we haven't even seen each other in a minute, dude.
No.
It is good to see you.
good to
Let's
see
get
you
a high
too,
five
dude.
in.
Oh, yeah, dude, you can have 5.
Boom. Let's get one in there. Nice. Welcome to the show. This
yes.
is Recreational Outrage.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's a great name for a podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I heard Jessica Kirsten say it one time.
Okay.
While I was trying to figure out a name for a podcast, and she said it, I think, on her podcast, and I was just like, "Oh, that's it, dude." Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like everyone has a podcast. I feel like if you have just a good name, even if your podcast sucks, if you have a good name for your podcast, that's half the battle.
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, no, you're not kidding.
Like the 2 podcasts I've had that I'm the most proud of that have been just done and cataloged. We had the You People Show, and that was me, Jake Hamill, Anthony Armstrong, and a producer named James.
Okay.
A producer named James. That's his name.
Yeah. Like a pimp named Slickback. And then I had another one, Use Your Words.
Okay.
What
those
is it?
are Use Your Words.
Use Your Words.
Those are just great podcasts.
Yeah, those are good names. Those are both good names.
Yeah, I loved what was 2 Season a Pod? I think
Christina Kleeman and Christine Lee.
And for some reason that one just always is rung out in my brain. 2 Season a Pod.
That is a good one.
Yeah. I feel like we should introduce our guest.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Recreational Outrage. We're here with Bear Quattlebaum.
How's it going?
Did I nail the last name?
You did, dead on.
Fuck yes, dude. I'm in my feels,
Dude,
dude.
It's very rare.
Something that I've only learned that people do in comedy is that sometimes you'll say people's names wrong forever.
And they'll never
they just
correct you.
Won't tell you until one day they fucking lose it on stage. Looking at you, Deb Listoka. I said it right.
I had to correct Roger Hack before I went
Hawk.
up at Hack. Is it Hack?
I think it's Hawk. Isn't it Roger Hawk?
I don't know him.
The Comedy Works.
I know the name.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've met him, but I couldn't point him out in the lineup.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you that his name is one way or the other.
But it was printed as John Fitzgerald. My name was John Fitzgerald on there.
Yeah, because
And I had to be
that's how you sign up, though.
yeah, and I had to be like, hey, dude, if you could do Evan, that would be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And it went well. I did my Comedy Works set, dude. My
Yeah,
first
let's talk
newbie.
about that, dude.
Oh, your 2-minute? How was that?
It was like fish in a barrel. Okay. That shit was just, it was honestly.
Is that the first time you've ever been in an actual club environment?
Yes.
Okay.
Other than like the small venues around
I
town.
can't speak to what Rise is now.
Yeah.
But before everyone got worried about perverts and it was the voodoo, that was hands down my favorite black box
was
theater
pre-Harambe.
in like the whole fucking Front Range.
Yeah. It
Like
was
that room at capacity had just electricity in it.
Yeah. I love that black feeling inside of
Yeah.
it where there's nothing else you can see but the stage.
Yeah.
And it really like makes you focus.
Yeah.
But yeah, Comedy Works, man, I've never experienced people laughing at setups, like just the beginning of something. And I had to be like, guys, I haven't even told the joke yet. Shut the fuck up. I only have 2 minutes. So like you could see that I was upset almost with like how much people were laughing.
Yeah. It's a weird, because it's an environment that's built for it.
That's
like,
what
that's why
everybody-
there's a 2-drink minimum. That's why the ceiling's so low. That's why everyone's so close to the stage. Like,
Somebody said it to me because I was nervous as all hell. And somebody said like, dude, they want you to succeed. Like literally everybody in there wants you to do well.
oh yeah, they all
So-
came to laugh.
Exactly. And it's so different than bar shows where you're
Like
like,
my favorite thing about like people that do Comedy Works, because there'll be people that are like, "Do we have an ashtray?"
for sure.
Because I can make one happen. My favorite thing about like when you start getting like your 3-minute sets, like I've been around just long enough to have seen this happen with a couple of like classes beneath me. And you'll see this wave where like these kids that are maybe like 2 years in will hit like that C set mark. And they'll have like 3 really good Tuesdays in a row or whatever. And then they think they're like on God mode all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then they'll go to like a bar in the suburbs and get completely obliterated.
Leveled back.
That is hands down like my second favorite thing to watch another comic go through in comedy.
Oh, it happens sometimes to people the night of. I'll watch them go from new talent to Scruffy Murphy's. And just
Yeah.
like the vast difference of what it feels like to have 50 people in the room to not even 5.
Oh, yeah.
And like the jokes that you just did that murdered just eat
nothing.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels so crazy. I do love that. I love that insanity. That like the fact that you have to be able to make it all work. And like at this point, I feel like because we do so many bar shows, a lot of our comedy is catered towards that experience.
Sure.
Like towards like drunk people late at night in a venue where you have to grab people's attention and say something crazy and all that kind of stuff. Like setups don't get laughs, but dude, that was fun. New talent was
I'm
rad.
of the opinion that when you can get good at doing comedy in that bar environment, you can do comedy anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you have tools in your back. Yeah.
Like once you've mastered how to, like, if you can walk in and get the lair on your side to where Crawford doesn't talk shit,
Yeah.
like in my opinion, that's an accomplishment.
For sure. Dude, I did Lair right before New Talent, and I had a good set, and I was like, because it was Monday night, and then I went to I was like, I did none of the jokes I was going to do at New Talent, just because I was like, I've practiced all of these plenty. The more what's going to happen is I'm going to bomb with them at Lions Lair.
And you're going to get nervous. Yeah.
And second guess everything.
Yep.
If anybody has a New Talent night or a thing coming up, I did hear a few pieces of advice it was so helpful of just like, they want you to succeed.
Yeah.
The fact that like let the jokes do the job. If you are nervous, it's going to ruin everything. Just let the jokes do the job and they'll fucking work. Yeah. And then someone else was like it just, no matter what, if you have fun, that'll make it so much better. Yeah. 100%. And then those notes were crazy after. Just listening to other people get notes.
Now,
that
who
shit was
gives
crazy.
the notes? Is that Roger?
It's Roger. Oh.
Well, the night I was there, I got Janae Burris. I had Elliot Woosley and
Elliot's the man.
Rick Kearns.
I don't know Rick Kearns.
Really? He's like
I'm sure I'd know him if I saw him. I can't place a.
He's an old dog.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, from what I could.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while. Yeah. He's written for a lot of like, I think like Ron White and best-selling.
Okay. Yeah.
What was rad? His notes at one point to one person who did a setup that's like hacky that everybody's had the setup of. He literally goes, "That's something that we would kick people out of the scene for doing in the 80s.
Damn.
You don't do that 40 years later, my man." He literally said, if you respect yourself as a comedian,
tell us what it was?
You'll never. It was, I like my women like I like my coffee. And he was just like, if you respect yourself as a comedian, you'll never do that joke
in
again.
the 80s, that was a fun setup, though, because there were so many like commercials pertaining to it.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Well, that's what he was saying. It was like, it was already kind of like a stereotypical.
It's weird.
Yeah. And he was just like, do not fucking do it again, bud. Yeah.
Is it like a known comic? It doesn't matter. I wouldn't. I know like fucking 15 people in this scene now.
It was just rad.
I'm surprised I got in this room.
It was rad.
It was rad.
It was rad to see
You
somebody
fucked up, Rad.
Oh no, it was rad. I did my first kink and comedy show. I got to spank Wellman.
Okay.
Whoa.
That was pretty hot.
That's what you do at those shows?
Yeah.
You just spank Chris Wellman?
I've also seen one where people were tied up and suspended
Yeah, he does that
from
one
the
too.
ceiling.
Yeah, the naughty show.
And then, the one where everyone gets naked.
The bear, yeah. Dylan, would you?
No, I'd do maybe the naughty show. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Would you do a naked roast if it was for Skankfest?
No, not at all.
Oh, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll go topless in a pool right now. I'm old.
Yeah.
And I've got some of the gnarliest scars. Like, my stomach looks like a sad stormtrooper helmet.
It's made for a naked roast, is what you're saying, yeah.
Oh, it looks like Seal's face?
No, it looks like a stormtrooper. You want to see? It's wild. Hey, hang on, check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Holy shit.
It's
I'm a sad stormtrooper. I can't shoot shit.
It does look like a stormtrooper.
It's wild, right?
That's crazy.
It looks like a peace sign.
It's anything you want it to be. If you stare at it long enough, it moves.
You go cross-eyed at you see different things.
Wow. What a bitch I am for not wanting to do a naked roast, I feel like now. What?
It's just 'cause you're just not old enough to have the lack of fuck.
True.
Like, you still want people to like you. I don't care anymore.
I need to let go of that. What happened?
What farming tool did he step in? Fall
big
on top?
surgery last fall.
Okay.
They pulled out an 11 millimeter tumor. Or not millimeter, 11 centimeter tumor, like a softball. They pulled out a softball sized tumor. God damn. The tail of my pancreas and my spleen.
Jeez.
Wow. I do remember you were out for a few months.
Yeah, and there was endless spleen memes for a while on my Instagram.
Okay.
I think when I the morning I went in for surgery, I double checked and I had something like 75 spleen memes I'd made.
Damn.
It was like,
crazy.
I should probably talk to a therapist, but I'm just going to keep making memes instead.
That's a form of therapy for sure.
That's all we need is memes.
That's yeah. Meme therapy. I could see that in this age, dude.
Yeah.
It throws off the AI, so I'm all for it.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you're good now, dude. Holy shit, that's crazy. I remember that. I was nervous. I remember Corey talking about going to visit you. Corey Stevens talking about visiting you at the hospital and shit. And
Yeah.
glad you're good.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, like literally a year ago, I'm in the middle of a 10-week hospital stay.
Damn.
Like
A year ago?
losing my September 20th to December 5th.
Holy shit.
And like right about now, I am losing my mind.
Yeah. Damn.
Because like, granted, they have me on all the painkillers I could ever want, but I have not had weed in like 3 weeks to a month at this point, and my mind is running a million. Like every negative thought I'd escaped with marijuana for the past 20 years, just right in my face.
Yeah.
Had you taken a break like that in a while?
Not since I was on probation in my early 20s.
Fuck. Yeah. Those kind of breaks are wild. I took like a week off a couple months ago, and then the first time I smoked, I got so high. I was like, who does this recreationally? This is insane. This is not fun. I'm so high. And then my tolerance
Then you
got
just
lost
kept doing
again.
it recreationally.
Yeah.
Hand me another blunt.
Like that's the reality of it is you thought it was crazy for a minute, and then a week later you were just right back in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what's crazy is the week you wasted being sober. Like,
All right, let's go. I got some quotes.
Okay.
I feel like we should start. I got some quotes to start. But before that, we should plug the live show.
Let's plug the live show.
We have our very first live recreational
Next Friday.
outrage. Next Friday.
Outrage. Recreational outrage. Recreational outrage. Recreational outrage.
Man,
Mike Capolino is gonna do. We're gonna talk to him about clown school.
can we discuss Cesare briefly?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have nothing against her. I'm not gonna smack talk her at all. I did not respect her as an opponent. I went down to Do You Look Like?
Oh yeah.
And I come from the old school. Like, I forgot to all you kids now, like, if I ever do another roast battle, I will go in just with the wanting to make people cry, basically.
Yeah.
She
Well,
got you,
that's-
huh?
No, I mean, she had one that just fucking. So we tied the first minute,
Yeah.
and they said one more minute or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, like 40 seconds into that second minute, she just looked at me dead in the eye and goes, "You look like the only thing you sleep with is a CPAP machine." And and at the time, I was probably
Fuck, yeah.
50 pounds heavier, like fresh out of the hospital. So I had like 70-year-old man beard and like full on hair. I was like, dude, I bow down.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I did not take her seriously, and if I ever get the chance, I will destroy her. And I like her mom. I met her mom.
Let's fucking send out the challenge, dude. Roast battle Denver.
I'm not that worried about it. I'll
All
wait
right.
for a while. There's a
Whatever.
couple other people I want to destroy too.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think roast battle is a good way to earn some respect. I think that Cesare earned it from you.
She did straight up. I was like, the favorite one I got her with, I was like, you look like I could be your dad because I had a thing for black chicks in the aughts. Okay. And fucking Brian Sullivan stopped. He's like, what? And then like 30 seconds later, she just that CPAP line. I was like, respect.
Yeah,
Crushed
dude.
that. Like,
When somebody
there's
hits you
nothing
with
I could
one-
do. Yeah.
It is nice.
You definitely know too, and it's like, that's the one.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I lost that one.
Yeah.
And to her defense, she went on to win the whole night.
Right. Yeah.
I recently gave You Look Like a shout out on, I got a comment on the roast battle video that we do too many You Look Likes.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we do have a great show here in Colorado Springs called You Look
You
Like.
look like.
Yeah.
And most of the people who do one
Do the
probably
other.
do the other.
Yeah.
So, and also, you do hear it a lot in just in the scene in general. People being like, "You look like," and "I look like,"
Yeah.
setting up their jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I got quotes. We got the live show plugged, October 20th.
There's gonna be costume contests.
Yeah,
There's gonna be giveaways. You get
Yeah.
you get a vape if you if you buy a ticket, which you don't need to buy a ticket, but if you buy a ticket, you get a free vape from Eureka.
I will stop by just to show love. I will
Yeah.
not be able to stay the whole night because I'm actually railing out to Vegas that night.
Oh, don't even worry about it.
Well, here's the deal. My daughter turned 20 in the spring, and my ex-wife bought her and her sister when we were young tickets for that
that
festival in Vegas.
Okay.
And my daughter's like, I don't want to go to Vegas with my mom. I was like, oh, I love Vegas. I'll drive you to Vegas. Let's
Fuck
go.
yeah.
So she gets out. My daughter works in a head shop. Shout out Mixed Up Creations in Aurora.
Nice.
She gets off work at like 9:15 Friday night.
And you're going to zoom to Vegas.
I'm going to pick her up, and we're just driving through. Like,
Hell yeah.
And
That's a
then
good time, dude.
the festival starts Saturday, right?
No, they have tickets for day 2, which is Sunday.
Okay.
And as far as I can tell, it's the exact same show both days. Like there's
really?
There's like it's the same bands.
No shit. That lineup is crazy.
What's the
It's
lineup?
It's all like Warped Tour.
Oh, okay.
It's
On the grandest level.
Yeah.
Here's the thing:
like
there's
Blink
so
182
many
and-
bands on that lineup for it to be a one-day festival.
Yeah.
That you know that there are multiple stages going all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like you kind of have to pick one band from each tier and hope you can line it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never really been to any festivals like that. The closest one I've been to was like Family Values back in the day. Like it was Korn's touring festival.
Yeah. I went to the one with Red Meth and Primus.
Damn, that's way better than the one I went to. I went to the one with Evanescence and Flyleaf.
Well, that
that's
actually sounds pretty powerful.
Flyleaf was dope, but Evanescence was not.
Yeah, I don't imagine Evanescence is great live unless you're a woman.
Yeah, well, it was. I don't know. I don't remember her doing anything but playing the piano, which was really weird.
Huh.
And
I
people
thought she was one of those singers that like had all the pipes, right? Like, oh.
well, she sang while she played the piano, but
It's
I
all
don't remember.
pipes.
I don't remember her other bandmates. I don't remember any because I
And
have
nothing stood
they have
out. Huh?
heavier
Just wasn't worth
songs.
it?
And people started booing too. I remember that.
No,
Yeah, because it was not.
to a piano solo.
Her whole set was that though, and it was like.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen someone literally booed off stage at an actual concert like that?
Yes. Oh, so I went not
Okay,
booed
okay,
off
I'm
stage.
excited.
So, yeah, you okay? So the first time I went to see Tech Nine, I went to see Tech Nine at Red Rocks, and it was the Psychology 101 tour. So he had Murs with them, and he had Jedi Mind Tricks with them,
Love
and
Murs.
then a bunch of different. What'd you say?
I thought it was Murr, the
Oh,
Impractical
Murs.
Joker.
Oh no. Yeah, he came out and did a set in between, pulled some pranks on Juggalos. But and then like Black Pegasus, Liquid Assault, like old school Colorado
Yep, I know
rap
Black
shit.
Pegasus. Like I literally know that dude.
Fuck yeah, he's dope. But so Jedi Mind Tricks comes out,
Okay.
and they're doing good. Like I mean, I love Jedi Mind Tricks, but this was when Tech Nine was still very much so Juggalo. Like his whole crowd was Juggalos pretty much. And it was
And
at
they
Red
do
Rocks.
not want Jedi Mind Tricks at a Juggalo
Not really,
show.
dude. They loved
Dude,
Merce.
have you seen the video of when they tried to boo KRS-One off the
Yeah.
stage at the gathering? I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, that's
yeah, yeah.
KRS-One. What is wrong with you people?
So during the middle of Jedi Mind Trick's set, they start doing like all their chants. They start doing like, "Who's going chicken hunting? We're going chicken hunting," and fucking
Sure, yeah.
whoop whooping and fucking and Vinny Paz. You can see him do this to his DJ, and he stops and he turns 10,000 people at Red Rocks, dude. He's like, "This was Philly, all y'all motherfuckers to get shot," and just walks off stage. And then we had to wait like 20 minutes for the next fucking for Merce to come out. So Merce comes out, and he's been touring with Tech Nine, and he digs ICP, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He comes out and just freestyles to ICP beats for the first 10 minutes of his set and wins them all over and fucking
Are you familiar with Felt?
yeah.
Dude,
Merce and
okay,
Slug,
yeah.
yeah, of course. Dude.
Wait,
So
so
great.
by ICP beats, you just mean like clown beats?
No, just like ICP instrumentals.
Instrumentals, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, that's leaning in, dude. And then freestyling over it?
Yeah,
That's
and it was
rad.
dope. It was dope. But yeah, Jedi Mind Trick, Vinny Paz got pissed, dude. And then Tech Nine, at the end of his set back then, he would bring everyone back on stage to fucking freestyle
So do
and
you-
drink and stuff. And Jedi Mind Tricks were the only ones who didn't come out. So
Damn.
yeah. What were you gonna say?
This just sounds like he was forced off the stage.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in the 8th grade.
Okay.
I go to see Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Alice in Chains, who I have not heard of before this night,
Yeah. They like open
gets
it.
booed off the stage in 2 songs. Lane Stanley got hit in the face with a beer bottle, and the whole band walked off.
Holy shit.
Yeah, people do not like when they're performing and shit gets
Yeah.
thrown at them.
No.
Alice in
that.
Chains booed off stage. I was like, and now in hindsight, yeah, Alice in Chains had no business opening for
Yeah.
Slayer, Megadeth, and
Probably
Anthrax.
not. Yeah. That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, those are huge acts that those people just want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just
They don't
almost
wanna- they don't-
wasting time.
Yeah.
But
They
still,
wanna
that's
see the
crazy.
headliner, yeah.
To get booed off in 2 songs, not even giving them a
Dude.
chance. You don't even know what they sound like yet.
Fuck it, dude.
Like the rock station DJ that introduced the whole show was on stage longer than Alice in Chains was.
Holy shit.
Have you ever hosted like a music show or any of those kinds of things?
Oh man, so about 5 years ago, this guy hits me up. He's all, "Hey, dude, we're doing a death metal show. Can you come tell some jokes in between some of the bands? Like, if you want, you can host." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I like death metal. Let's party."
Yeah.
And I showed up, and I'm hosting this show, and I was way too high, and I did not put together that I was at a death benefit show.
Death benefit.
Yeah, this show was to raise money, like another death metal band that wasn't in this lineup, like their drummer died, and all these bands put this show together to try and raise money for funeral costs and shit.
Okay.
And I wound up hosting this show.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, hey, man, we've got another show in like 3 weeks down in the Springs. Can you host this one?" And it was another death benefit for like a different person.
Death benefit
And I was
sounds
like,
like a
dude,
band.
that is weird. And then I wound up doing like 4 of them. I
Just
wasn't
death benefits.
looking for them. They just came to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. And the last one I did was like up in Wheat Ridge. And it was at a fucking, like, just for lack of a better description, like a Latino bar, but if it was made for a Cheech and Chong movie.
Okay.
Like, so many, like, just so much of it. And like, I'm not stereotyping. It's literally what was going on. And what it was, some 16-year-old kid got shot in a drive-by, like you just a wrong place, wrong time type thing.
Damn.
And I was like, dude, I've got to stop like hosting death benefits. This is like, I'm gonna get the weirdest reputation in all of Denver comedy.
Yeah, you're like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. And so, like, I did the show, and, like, the family tried to pay me, and I was like, no, put that towards the funeral costs or whatever. And then, like, as I'm leaving, this guy comes up, he's like, "Hey, man." I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Holy
I
shit.
apologize. If you're homeless or hungry, I'll buy you a burger, but I cannot do another death benefit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, okay, that's fair."
Damn, a death benefit. I've never even heard of those. I mean, I guess that makes sense though. And the concert, I understand. That's so you just. I mean, what do you do? What do you just like?
Dude, you just like.
You
I
bring
mean,
up
you're
the priest
telling
and stuff,
jokes.
or-
Like, no, it's nothing like that. Like, it's not like the funeral
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Okay.
It's just like these people had a thing to try and raise funds for a
Right.
dead person.
Okay. Word.
These people had a thing to raise funds for this dead person.
And you're the host.
And I'm the host for all of these things that raise funds for all of these dead people.
I imagine they're just like
And
somehow
what it is, like,
crossing
there's a
over.
tragedy, and like someone's like, "Oh, my cousin just died, and this guy did this thing."
Yeah, I
Here's
was gonna
his
say-
Facebook.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, hey, I did, have this other guy host my,
Yeah.
like you just become the one guy that does
Word of
that.
mouth.
that's
Hey, that's a
crazy.
great skill though.
Yeah, making people laugh in their darkest moment.
And plus, you can market the shit out of that, dude. There's people dying all the time.
Yeah, but that's not. I'd rather not.
Fair
That's
enough.
a dark path. I feel like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I never got paid for any of them. I never asked for money for any of them. I turned down money on 2 of them because I was like,
Interesting.
no, I can't. This is like just not. I can't capitalize on this. That is
Yeah.
so much bad karma. Like
Yeah.
instantly, just gonna kick me in the nuts.
Listen,
But I also don't want to just spend every weekend of my life doing free comedy for sad people.
Right.
If I wanted to do that, I'd like sneak onto tour cruise ships or something. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, it would be funny to like start showing up to funerals and be like, I could actually put in 5 minutes and turn this whole thing around if you'd like.
Where's the list?
That is funny because I think they sign something outside of funerals
The
usually,
guest
right?
list?
Yeah.
Put a number next to it. Like, all right.
Hey, look, I've got another one to be at.
Find the priest, be like, light me at 4 minutes, please.
Much like our, the person we're honoring here, I'm seeing the light. So,
Yeah. There you go.
That's a solid transition.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some of these quotes.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I feel like one
Sorry,
of them
I
actually,
get sidetracked easy. Keep going.
You're fine. Dude.
one of them actually line up perfectly though. So this is a quote. My friend said I should get a job and I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again? And that was Jimmy Butler.
I don't know. I don't get it.
And it's
Well, I mean,
Blink 182
Blink
lyrics?
182 lyric, but who's Jimmy Butler?
He's a Miami Heat. He's the
he
best
cut his hair and he looks like an emo kid.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he
Word.
looks like he's 13.
Great.
What's my age again?
I
You
who
don't know
that
what he
guy
looks
is.
like?
No,
He cut his hair to make himself look emo. Let's see if I can find
that's
it.
fun.
He has done a few crazy hairs in the past too.
Yeah, he had dreads last year.
But I mean, what it looks
Not that
like
that's-
right now,
Not that that's crazy.
he looks 14. Like,
That's fun.
yeah, I mean, it is
And you say he
gnarly.
plays for the Heat? Wow. That's not even as much emo hair as that is. I would like to speak to your manager hair.
Oh, it's
He does
very
it-
Karen.
He does it every year for media day, so that ESPN and TNT when they bring up his picture up, they have to show him with this crazy hair. And then the next day he changes it back to.
Oh no,
normal.
it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love the play. Like that's a great
last year
troll
he showed
move.
up with like big ass dreads that fucking came all the way down to like his waist. And
Nice.
yeah,
Did you see there was a player who gave an interview? I don't remember. I think it was football. It could have been even college though, but they gave the interview in a onesie, like a giraffe onesie.
Oh, yeah, it's Travis Hunter from CU.
That was what?
That's the generation. They all watch anime and fucking jack off to cartoons. So, yeah, I don't know.
Wear animal
wear
onesies.
onesies, yeah.
And it's all about comfort these days, dude. Comfort
comfort,
University.
yeah.
It's not new for athletes to be weird though. True. So if you rewind to like 2005, I don't remember who our quarterback is,
Probably Jake Plummer.
but the backup quarterback is on his way to Chicago, if I remember right.
Oh, is that a gay term?
No, he's
talking about-
he went on to be the quarterback in Chicago. I just
about
can't
Jake
think
Cutler.
of his name.
I know. I just
Jay
thought that
Cutler.
would be so
Probably. Why not? I'm not a sports guy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I remember I was working because I was a subcontractor. I was a courier, and I was working on Thanksgiving. I was delivering kosher food,
Yeah.
and I'm listening to AM radio because I was sick of the music on the regular radio. And fucking, they're interviewing this backup quarterback, and he goes, I only play football because my dad played football. You know what I really wanted to do? I wanted to drive fucking race cars. And then you just hear this lady go, interview's over. Thank you very much. Have a happy holiday. And just the whole thing shuts down. I was like, that's awesome.
Being that honest, that rips. Hell yeah.
Sounds like Jay Cutler, to be honest with you.
I never wanted to play football.
Yeah.
I never wanted to play football. My dad played football. I wanted to race fucking race cars.
I want to go fast.
Yeah. I want to drive fast.
The only other quote I have before we get into some of these games, because I've got a game for you, Bear,
All right.
and then I have Evan's Halloween costume picks
Fuck yeah.
coming up. But the other quote I have is fuck around and find out.
Ooh.
Hamas said that.
Oh, no, dude. Have you seen those pictures of them coming down out of the sky?
No.
Dude, they fucking parachuted into a music festival.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That
Dude,
was...
every part of my, because I'm Gen X to the bone. As soon as I saw that, all I could think was like the first Red Dawn movie.
Yeah.
I was like, Wolverine! Like, where's my gun?
Oh, man.
It was, they came in on all the music hippies, dude, right out the gate. They took out the softest people first. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
Because that was right the day they invaded. It was during that. And that festival was like celebrating a event from like 10 years ago, like another tragedy.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was like a planned thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like if some other country's like, when we should get America again? 9/11. That'd fuck them up so bad. It was one of those things.
It's probably coming.
Oh, dude, I guarantee it. So, like, I read somewhere, and I'm just going to believe that it tracks because I'm too lazy to do the real research.
Yeah.
The average ruling empire doesn't last more than 250 years.
Yeah.
And we're at like year 247.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're close, dude.
Yeah, and then there's
Dude.
that whole thing about every 80 years, within a lifetime, we enter into a large war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. You guys
don't know.
ready?
Man, I'm
ready, dude.
I'm gonna live my life right up until the apocalypse happens.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna enjoy the internet. I'm gonna watch movies.
Yeah.
I'm a huge nerd. Like I'm gonna live life right up until I can't anymore.
Going through dab pen
And
batteries.
then I am absolutely going to get my hands on as much marijuana and other drugs as I can. And I'm going to turn my 5,000-pound station wagon into an 8,000-pound death machine.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm just going to raid the wastelands.
Wow. That sounds... Oh, wow. Dude, I've been watching The Walking Dead. I might team up with Bear.
I've never seen The Walking Dead. I think zombies should be faster than that.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah.
The part of me that grew up in very evangelical settings is very excited to get raptured. So
Oh, yeah. You're looking forward to it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I know I'm not getting raptured.
Let's get that
I'm
third
going
temple
to
up.
be here. And, like, I'm just smart enough to survive, but I'm just lazy enough that it's going to be brutal.
Yeah. It'll be cool if we do get to see the end. I mean, fingers crossed.
I think we might.
You know what's going to be the worst part about like the fall of man, and as far as like here is concerned, I know how much I love a donut.
Yeah.
And if the only person that can make donuts is like, I'll give you a donut, but you're sucking this dick, all of a sudden I'm a cocksucker because I love donuts.
Yeah, but you'd crush in
That's-
prison.
Probably, but like, am I going to get donut prison? Like, does prison still exist in the apocalypse?
Probably not. Maybe. Well.
I mean, if it's the end of the world, I'm cutting the prisoners loose.
Yeah. But it's,
Like, it just seems fair. Like, half of them have a chance. Half of them will survive if they can get out of the prison. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what the Walking Dead, that's what they do, is they go to a prison because it's all fenced in. You can barricade everything and cut off blocks and keep everybody safe that way.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
And then what happened to them?
Nobody stayed safe.
I imagine it was
Pretty
due
sure
to the
little boy got
stupidity of
killed.
people, though.
What'd you say?
I'm pretty sure it's due to the stupidity of people, though. Like, if
Yeah.
you died in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. I like your
Especially if
idea.
they're that slow.
Just going
Yeah.
Mad
Yeah.
Max Fury Road style.
Yeah, like even if the rest of the world's trying to be civilized, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna mount a train horn on my car anyways.
I love
yeah.
you getting
Like-
a false alarm about the apocalypse starting and just going nuts.
I'm like, for the most part, I'm a passive guy. I'm not gonna like arm myself heavily.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the shoot it out of every version of the apocalypse.
You're not going to bear arms?
But like, I mean, I'm gonna keep like a handgun, but like, I'm not like, I have friends that are stockpiled.
Yeah. Well, you bring them along.
I know where they're going.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if I need to, I can adjust my plan accordingly.
You got a gun guy, you got a donut
yeah,
guy.
like, do you guys know Apples?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Apples is ready.
He's on a
He's got land.
He's on an
got a
episode
collection
of Doomsday Preppers.
Yeah,
They're
Apples
like,
is, and this was like way before Apples did comedy. Apples is ready.
yeah.
I believe it.
Like he's got land in the San Luis Valley. He's well armed. I don't think he has like a house out there, but I know he's got a camper.
He's got an Iron Dome.
He's got a gent probably. If he doesn't have an iron dome, he's at least got like an aluminum dome.
Doesn't he have like a some kind of home comedy club built in his house or something?
Yeah.
He has a stage
If he
out
still
there.
has that house,
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
last I heard.
That's
but
what
yeah,
every
like
prepper
right at the
needs.
beginning of COVID, he goes, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna build a comedy club in my basement that way we can keep doing comedy."
Fuck yeah.
And it's like, dude, that is awesome. Because that is like right the same time I just met Phil Cano. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I built a thing in my backyard. I'm like, dude, I'll come by. That sounds dope.
Yeah.
And then Apple's just quit doing comedy for the most part.
Yeah.
It's got a brick wall. It's got a comedy neon light. It's got like legitimate seating for like 30 people and
Yeah.
shit. Like he built a comedy club in his basement
Yeah.
and then just never let anyone use it.
Sucks.
If you get on Howard Stern once and you don't need to do anything else, I get
Yeah.
it. That's when I mean
And
that
he's
would be
been
the
on it
pinnacle
like a
for me.
bajillion times now too.
Yeah, they have a whole song about him.
Really?
He's a fascinating guy. I love Apples as a person. I hate Apples as a famous person.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Like I knew Apples
famous
pre Howard Stern,
Yeah.
Fapples.
and I'm not saying it changed him, but you could tell he was getting his dick sucked more.
Yeah. That
So-
changes a man.
yeah.
Yeah. He has a new bravado.
And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. God
Yeah.
bless him. I think every man should get his dick sucked that much. But it's not the apples I knew.
Sounds like you're comparing apples to.
Yeah.
Blowjobs.
Comparing apples to blowjobs.
Do we plug the live show?
Yeah.
Okay,
did.
I'm just kidding.
October 20th. Even though you're probably going to see this November 7th.
Just trust me, man. That show was great.
Yeah. You fucked up.
And as far as the whole thing with Israel, the shit over there is real.
Yeah, it is good.
And then let's do our first game, Bear versus.
Bear versus, dude.
Okay, what do we got? Explain the game.
So I've got a bunch of competitors here,
Okay.
all kinds of bears.
Okay.
And you're going to tell us how you think you would do in a fight with these bears.
Am I allowed to arm myself?
Yes.
You can bear arms.
Or does the bear just catch me slipping in a parking lot? Like what's like how am I allowed to prepare like Batman for this? Like what are my
Yes, actually, why don't you can choose the arena for each one
all right.
if it makes
You
more
tell
sense.
us how you would beat them. Yeah.
All right, give me the first bear.
Unless it's just like out of the question, you would lose.
Well, I think if I have time to prepare,
Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair, too.
because legitimately I can like get a welder and weld really big spikes to the front of my station wagon.
Yeah.
I can easily take out 6 to 7 bears that way.
Oh yeah,
That's
sounds like you've done it before.
No, but I can.
sounds like the game's over.
Here's what happened: is I had a deer hit my car as a kid.
Yeah.
Like I got T-boned. Like I'm driving down a dirt road and this deer just boop, bam, T-bones my first car.
What did another car?
Deer, no, a deer,
Holy shit.
fucking like antlers. Bloop, bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, just- I'm driving down a dirt road through a field, like not through a field, but like surrounded by fields.
You're getting ready for the apocalypse.
And no, man, I'm just driving to my grandpa's farm, and this deer just dives out of this fucking ditch. I don't know how fast the deer is going, but I was doing about 35.
Like suicidally, pretty much, right? Just comes at your car.
I mean, I don't think the deer was aware that I was there. I can't imagine it was trying
it
to
nighttime?
attack me. Yeah.
The lights. I've heard that the lights like confuse them and like make them go and like they don't know which way they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
So
That's why a lot of like semis and people who live in the country have those stupid horns on their bumper.
right.
Because like you can't hear that shit, but it emits it creates
sound.
a whistle that a fucking deer can hear.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like fucking deers will fuck your shit up. Dude, almost totaled my mom's station wagon. I was like, what?
Would you? Damn, T-boned.
Yeah, just antlers through window. It was crazy,
That's fucking insane.
dude. I pissed myself.
Yeah, you should have.
I've heard that deer make a great steak.
Yeah, venison's tasty.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Have you
I've
ever
never
had
had it on the level that Joe Rogan has it, but
That's
Yeah, I've
like,
had like
that's
a-
like elk. That's
I
like
had
high
a-
level elk.
A venison T-bone steak.
Okay. I used to have I used to live with in 7th grade. I lived with one of my friends, and they were hunters, and so his mom would make like elk chili,
okay.
and that shit was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never had elk. I've had a gang of venison.
Yeah.
Buffalo's where it's at.
Buffalo's
like I
really
get
good.
that you don't hunt buffalo; they're bred like cows or whatever at this point. But like buffalo as a meat, a buffalo burger makes a regular hamburger taste like a dog,
This is true.
and not like a cooked dog. Like you just picked up a Boston Terrier and started chewing on it. Like, buffalo burger is so good.
yeah. And Boston Terrier sucks.
Yeah. You're gonna eat dogs. Eat a dog with real meat on it. Like,
Right.
get you.
What dog would you go with?
I mean, what kind of dog was Scooby Doo? A Great Dane, or like a English Mastiff?
Yeah, a little pit bull, not a pit bull, a little fucking bulldog.
Get you like a fucking one of them Rottweilers. It's like 90 pounds.
What do they
That's a
use
lot
at
of
the
muscle.
Chinese restaurants?
Anything that goes in the alley.
Those are labs, right?
Yeah, don't clip that part.
All right, bear versus
All right. What's the first one?
bear versus the Chinese man in the bear suit. Do you remember that viral video?
I do not, but if it's me versus a dude,
In a bear suit.
I think I can take him.
Okay. How?
Because
you-
bear suits are cumbersome, especially the mask.
Yeah.
And I'm just me, so I'm going to cheat.
Let's show you a
Like,
picture
I'm
of
going
it.
to shove the head so he can't see anything, and then I'm going to hit him with
Look
like
at
a
that guy.
chair. Oh, dude, I'm going to fuck that guy up.
Yeah. I think so
Is he at
too.
the zoo?
Yeah, look at that. He's at a Chinese zoo.
Like the
That's why
Chinese zoo has a dude in a bear suit, and they're passing it off.
That's what they say.
I saw this thing. They were like shaving these dogs to look like other animals and trying to pass it off in a zoo in like Brazil or something.
I believe it. Might as well put him to work, you know?
Yeah, like we found this husky and we shaved it to look like a little lion. I'm like, you're retarded. That's obviously a dog.
Yeah.
But that would be so cool to be trying to pass off your dog as
Yeah.
a lion.
There's probably some people down there dumb enough to believe it.
Absolutely, especially people like on coked out vacation.
Yeah. Just some tourists.
This guy's got a
all-
private zoo. He's got a
Yeah.
shark.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Like a
goldfish.
fucking like 2-foot shark in a wall or something.
Yeah.
You shave your like chihuahua into the chupacabra.
Yeah.
All right. Bear versus Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, that's me.
I'm crushing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think he has like? What if he turns like I don't know, like super Winnie the Pooh?
If I know beforehand that I'm fighting Winnie the Pooh, all I got to do is roll that fat fucker. And I'm not judging. I'm a fat fucker.
Right.
All I got to do is roll that fat fucker a thing of honey and then hit him in the head with a bat once he's paws
done.
deep into honey.
Damn, you're so right.
What? Oh, but
Bear
okay.
trapped.
But what about?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new horror version of Winnie the Pooh?
I have. It was fun.
So what about that Winnie the Pooh?
I might not have the same odds, but I'm still going to
You still
take my
got 'em.
chances.
All right.
Winnie the Boo?
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. All right. That was
Have you
good.
seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
Oh, dude, it's wildly violent. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet
Is
it-
Christopher Robbins in it?
Briefly?
Oh. Damn, that sounds scary.
Yeah. I think they looked. I don't know. Do they like eat him or something?
I don't remember.
All right.
I was on mushrooms. I
Yeah,
just
that-
know it was a good time.
It's probably the proper way to watch that movie.
Bear versus Mike Ditka.
Ooh.
Mike Ditka today,
Nope. As head coach.
he's fucking wrecking me.
Yeah. He also has a whole team behind him. He can probably.
Yeah.
It's got the whole Chicago.
So
Bears
here's
behind
what
it.
I got to do. I got to catch Mike Ditka. Mike Ditka falls under like polar bear rules. I got to catch Mike Ditka in a parking lot, and my car's already got to be rolling.
And you got to have the spikes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least like something to deflect him off of my windshield. Like
That
I've
makes
got a
sense.
pretty stout bumper. I can clip his knees. Just, wow.
Yeah.
I can take Mike Ditka out with my car.
Yeah. You put like a field goal post.
Yeah, I gotta catch him in the right environment. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. It's not gonna be like in Pulp Fiction where I can go from a stoplight and get him.
Right.
Like I might be able to knock him down, but I'm not gonna cripple him.
It's
I
gotta
need
be
to
somewhere where
run.
He can't get a running
Yeah,
start.
like I've got to be at a 30 roll when I see him, and then I just got to lean into the.
you can't give him time to get in a 3-point
Yeah,
stance.
he
You're
can't.
done.
I mean, he can get in whatever stance he wants. I got a 95 Buick. I'm plowing
That's
through
true.
him.
That's true.
That's a Buick will do it.
Yeah. It's got a Corvette motor in it. I'm ready.
Bear versus Smokey.
I don't think I have to fight him. I think I can get high with him,
Yeah.
and I think I can show him that I'm not lighting fires, and I think he'll let me be.
Oh,
He seems
true.
like a reasonable character.
You're the first person that's ever wanted to be peaceful on this game.
I mean, in the big picture, I'd rather not ever fight anyone anytime, but I know that
Send this
that's
guy to Israel.
not like. But I feel like this is the first one I could reason with. Like Mike Ditka does not seem like a reasonable person.
But Smokey for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
All he wants to do is protect his woods, and once I let him know I'm not here to damage his woods, I think we're cool.
You
Yeah.
guys are seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
I like that, dude. That
I
was
bet
awesome.
no one ever took the time to just get high with Smokey the Bear outside of other Smokey the Bears.
But you'd have to do it
No
with
one
your-
ever took the time to ask him, why don't we start forest fires? You know? All right.
Yeah.
You can cut that out completely.
Or leave it. I thought it was great.
You have to use your vape because you can't do the open flame.
I have an attachment. It is a bowl with like an erector set arm and a magnifying glass so you can use the sun to light your bowl.
Whoa, science.
Yeah.
Smokey would
I
love
got
that.
it as a birthday present. I've used it twice in like 10 years.
Yeah. Damn, that's dope.
You actually do have that?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's in a
you
box
have
somewhere.
cool pipes, dude.
Oh, it's an attachment from my bong I've had since high school.
Yeah.
It's just a different bowl, different slide.
Oh. And it's you have to smoke it outside though, huh? Yeah.
I mean, I've never tried. You might be able to do it with like a high power flashlight or something,
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was
or like the lasers they burned Hawaii with.
Yeah.
I bet you
That's
could
how I
light a
light
bowl
all
with
my
that.
bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for your final bear versus cocaine bear.
Ooh.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. Legitimate, like a brown bear is a legitimate apex predator.
Yeah.
And if you give him just pounds of cocaine, no, I'm not surviving that movie. That movie's crazy. O'Shea Jackson shouldn't have survived that movie.
No.
Ice Cube's kids should have been dead. Everyone should have been dead. Like, just no one should have survived that. Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
I
thing's
think there's.
killing us. Like, even if I had my car prepped, I'd be scared.
It would get, I mean, because like spikes aren't like stopping that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep going.
It'll keep
That's
going.
like, that's like 5,000 pounds of coked up death machine.
Yeah.
yeah. I
It
think.
weighs as much as my car.
Damn, imagine that's the apocalypse. Is bears just start getting cocaine, and that's how we get run over.
Cocaine bear doesn't scare me because, like, I get that it happened, but it's not a reoccurring thing. What scares the shit out of me is cocaine shark.
Those are happening.
All the time.
Yeah.
What?
Dude.
Yeah, in between down in Florida, yeah, dude.
Yeah, between like Florida and the Keys, because
Yeah.
all these guys
Oh,
are
you're
just
talking about,
like,
like, people that
yeah,
loan
they're
money?
throwing fucking,
Yeah.
they're throwing coke off these boats with like a GPS tracker, and then another boat comes and picks it up. That way, there's never like an official handoff. And these sharks have figured out, oh, I like that. Let's get more of that, and now they're hunting it out.
Oh my god! They're like sniffing it like police dogs.
I don't know. How do they sniff blood? I don't know what sharks do. Like, I know that they kill stuff. I want to
cocaine.
believe that the megalodon is real because I've seen just enough footage now that I'm like, ooh, that's like borderline Bigfoot.
Do you think it like runs like when it chomps on it? It's like rubbing it into your gums. Like that's how you do cocaine. Is you like rub it into your teeth and shit.
I got to be honest, I've never done cocaine because I was so afraid I'd love it.
Yeah, same. Same exact reason for me, yeah.
But I was
never.
like, oh, that's how they got Chris Farley and John Belushi.
Yeah. Just stay away from that. That's how they got my dad.
See, there you go.
It does seem like too rock and roll for me as well.
Yeah.
But hey, if maybe if we start a Patreon, we'll try cocaine on the first episode.
First 500 subs, we'll get cocaine.
We use the money,
Yeah.
invest
You know
it
what?
fully into cocaine.
I wouldn't normally commit to something this stupid, but my kids are both young adults now and have paid my last child support payment.
Yeah.
I'll sign on for this venture with you, gentlemen.
Hell yeah, dude!
Oh no.
We'll do it on the first live show before you drive to Vegas.
There. Let's get some.
No, I thought we were going to do a
we gotta
Patreon.
get a
like-
Patreon subscriptions.
Okay,
Like, if I just want to get crazy and do coke, I'll see what I'm sure he knows someone.
We probably need to blog out these names.
all right. Well, hey, I think it sounds like you're only losing against one or two.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Go Bear.
Like, Cocaine Bear's going to get me.
Yeah.
Mike
Possibly
Ditka.
Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if he catches me in a building,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
mop the floor with me.
Right. Or like a
But
track.
if I can catch him in a parking lot,
Okay. What if there's
then the
like
odds are in my favor.
what if it's like a grass parking lot though?
If I've already got momentum,
Okay. That's
if
all
I'm
that
rolling,
matters.
that's all I need.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just in my mind I'm like picturing Mike Ditka at the far end of a football field, and me just in my car like I'm not going out like this, but like the ass end of my car just sliding around in the grass, not getting any traction. Mike Ditka just staring at me like, what is this guy doing? Ah! Just all noise and no action. By the time I finally get to him, I'm doing like 20 miles an hour, just mud flying hundreds of feet behind me like a tractor show, and Mike Ditka just sidesteps me real quick.
Yeah, dude, just spins.
Yeah.
Spin moves out of the way.
That's why it's got to be like concrete. I need a parking lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I would
Well, the venue changes everything.
Yeah.
We were talking about that with doing bar shows.
Yeah.
what if it's Mike Dick at a bar show?
Ooh, Mike Ditka at a bar show. Am
Mike
I
Ditka's-
on stage?
You're on stage.
And he's heckling you.
I can swing a mic stand at him. If I believe that my life is truly in danger like that, I'm not above hitting someone with a mic stand.
Yeah.
It's a weapon that we have.
Yeah.
Why not? One of the first times I remember seeing you, Bear, this is like forever ago. So I don't
Okay.
even know if you'll remember. But it was I think it was a New Year's Eve show at Mutiny. And you did a thing where you
possible.
had people put words into a hat.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I haven't seen that.
The game.
Yeah. That was a wild game.
That was fun, man. Me and Anthony Crawford started playing that at Devon's.
See, I don't even know what Devon's is.
So Devon's was, technically it is still a cigar bar off of like East Hampton. It's not that far from here. It's right off like Hamden and Dahlia about.
Okay.
You know that Dunkin' Donuts is right over there?
Kind of, yeah.
Same parking lot.
All right, word.
Like behind that 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And they had a Wednesday night open mic. And we would get maybe like 20, 30 comics. But the crowd was the same crowd every week. Like it was their bar. You just happened to be doing comedy there.
Yeah.
And so if they'd already heard your jokes or they didn't like you, they would all turn around and face the bar.
Yeah.
And then
Always
as
has a
soon
little
as
bit
you
of that.
won, they would all turn around and face you.
Yeah.
And it got to where there were so many comics they were eating dick more or less. Like they just couldn't win the room. Like for a while it got rough. Like the room really leaned into like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And so we started playing the game where like, so if you give me a breakfast cereal, I can tell you what that sex move is.
Fruity Pebbles.
So the Fruity Pebbles is when you think you might be gay, but you're not sure. So you go to a couple of college orgies wondering if you can see balls that night.
All right. Cocoa Puffs.
Ooh, the Cocoa Puffs is when you think you're into black chicks, but you don't have the balls to ask them out yet.
Lucky Charms.
Ooh, the Lucky Charms is when you're drunk and you fuck anyone that says they're Irish.
Okay. How about Honeycrisp?
Ooh, the Honeycrisp is when you're in your grandma's trailer park and the girl next door is like, I like healthy stuff like apples. And then you're like, I like putting my dick in your butt.
Yeah.
And then you spit roast her where she's got an apple in her mouth and a dick in her butt.
Holy shit. What a perfect time to walk back in. He was playing the game. So is that the extent of it?
I mean, I can do it with anything.
Any words?
Yeah, like you pick a topic and eventually I can come up with it.
Okay, hell yeah.
I've also got a similar version where instead of sex moves, it's all fucking conspiracy theories. Like I can tie anything to a conspiracy theory.
Really? Like missionary?
I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
me too.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Let's do favorite conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay.
Favorite conspiracy theories or the one I fight the hardest for because they're different
give me
things.
the one you. Okay. Let's.
I
do
love both of
Yeah,
those.
give me
So-
the one you fight the hardest for first.
We also, Barry, you've been coming up with good responses, all right? I do like that you take the questions.
So
and-
as a conspiracy theorist, I became a conspiracy theorist on 9/12.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, like, so to put this into perspective, I was a young adult. I was like 20, 22, whatever.
oh, so impressionable.
I was on probation, so I was sober.
I was going to say, this is the first time that you had you talked about
So
that.
I'm sober for like there's pre-weed,
Yeah.
there's probation sober.
and then there's pre-Harambe.
Well, everything after probation was just weed
Yeah.
and other fun drugs. But so like I am clear-headed and I'm watching 9/11 just like everyone else in real time. And I'm watching the story change, which kind of makes sense. Like it's a national tragedy happening in multiple states.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, this isn't adding up. And then I started catching like weird shit like the BBC because I don't trust American news.
Right.
I don't trust it.
Even back then.
No.
The BBC.
Yeah, I was like,
know
I
exactly
felt
what
like
you're
the
gonna
BBC,
say.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like the BBC's like, World Trade Center Tower 7 has
They're
fallen.
standing behind her.
Dude, it's right behind her.
Yeah.
It falls in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Did you know that?
you
What?
fucking clowns.
You never heard about this?
No, wait, what?
Dude,
there's
on
a BBC
9/11
on 9/11, there's a BBC news reporter.
And this chick,
and
she's in New York. She's
Yeah.
in like maybe a 10th or 12th
She's-
story apartment. And
World Tower 7 is
she's
fallen.
World Tower
and it's
7 is
right
falling.
behind
And you
her.
can see World Trade Center just right behind her.
Right, right.
Just plain
And
as
then-
day, just standing there.
5 hours later or something like that, it falls.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Because they're retarded. They were just saying whatever they were fed.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that bitch has no clue that she's either got World Trade Center 7 right behind her,
Yeah.
which she probably
Don't
doesn't.
you remember when they used to say it? I mean, like, they probably still
Was it-
say it, but go ahead.
It wasn't just stock footage.
No, it was live. She
Yeah, it
was
was
in
live,
an
yeah.
apartment. Like, She's in a little.
You know they do that. Like
Dude,
sometimes.
look it up on Google. Look it up on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah. She, she's outside, and it's literally right behind her. And then you remember, like,
And then the other thing, what I instantly called bullshit. They're like, these buildings, like, because I watched Tower 2 fall.
yeah,
But like 6 months before that, I had gone through a phase where I saw they had collapsed a casino.
Yeah.
And I happened to be in Vegas to see it.
my mom, yeah,
And I was like, dude, that building felt just like the casino. That was controlled demolition.
yeah, it is. I mean,
And I was like, dude, like 9/12, I just woke up. I was like, this is all wrong.
Yeah.
They did not find a fucking passport 2 blocks
exactly.
away.
They found the passports. Yeah, right.
There's
How's that even
no
happen?
footage of the Pentagon.
Yeah, well, there is.
There's
but
no
plane.
wreckage outside of the
Yeah,
Pentagon of a
it's just a
plane. You can play
explosion.
golf on that grass, dude.
I can't find this. But you know what is
matter, it
crazy?
happened.
I believe it.
So that's like if I'm trying to like if you tell me that you don't believe in conspiracy theory, that's the one that I have researched the most. It's the one I'm
Yeah.
most familiar with. So that's the one that I will be like, well, here's these things that may cause question.
George Bush is at my
Boom, boom, boom.
is
boom.
pretty much in my backyard when he gets whispered in his ear.
Alright, that's
is like
cool.
at Booker. That's
Oh,
maybe
okay.
Where
like
he's
a
reading
mile
the
from
Yeah,
my
My Pet
house.
Goat
Yeah.
book upside down.
And you know what else is crazy is I just on this episode happened to put up a little Monday, September 11th.
Wow.
And isn't it wild that of all the days it does look like 2 towers? I'm sure that's been addressed, but the 11 looks like 2 towers. That is kind of perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's almost artistic. You got to give it to him for that.
Yeah.
So is that the one you fight the hardest for?
That's
that
not the one I. At the end of the day, so the more the further you dive into conspiracy,
Yeah.
the further like everything just like this is all fucked. It's all fucked. It's all fucked. It's all fucked.
It is very doom and gloom. Very
For
few.
lack of a better way to describe it, I'm a flat earther at this point.
Really? Okay, so to explain it, because I don't understand why would that be so? Like, what power does that give whoever wants to keep that information from us?
How deep are you willing to go?
I'll go
See, here's-
deep, dude.
here's the
I'll go
thing,
all the
man.
way.
So do you think all the images from space are all? false?
I think anything that we've ever seen from NASA it's fake.
Really?
Yeah, we never went to the moon.
Really?
If we did go to the moon, they did not get camera technology past the Van Allen radiation belt. Legitimately, I believe we live under, for lack of a better description, a firmament. And I use the term firmament because that's what every ancient religion referred to it as.
So you're going back.
If we said we went to the moon, fine, whatever, we went to the moon. There's nothing to say that the moon isn't within our firmament.
Oh.
Where most people get hung up is they like everyone assumes that if I believe in a flat earth, I believe that like there's mole people under the earth.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's I don't know what's beyond the edges. Like I know 4 simple things, okay?
But people have
One-
traveled in like plane around.
Yeah, and people have flown over Antarctica and said that they saw a whole other world inside of our Earth.
Well, you're not allowed to fly
Not
over it
since
now.
the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to fly
And
over.
it's really odd that in the middle of a post-World War II Cold War, all of those countries signed documentation saying we will all not go to Antarctica and we will like defend Antarctica.
Yeah.
Yeah, of all spots.
That's weird.
It is very weird. I'm with you on that. I don't know. I don't know about flat Earth, but I'm with you on Antarctica being weird.
I like legitimately, I believe it's one of 2 things. We're either here and we're not told what is out there.
Sure.
Out there being
Whatever's past the wall, the Antarctica, whatever's past the firmament, we're not being told what's out there.
like White Walkers.
I don't know what a White Walker is, so I'm just gonna nod and look pretty.
Okay.
I believe that the people in charge gain the most from us, and then I don't think it's even necessarily about money as much as it's about vibration and the way people consume information and then put out information.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we live in a world of pure chaos all the time, I have to believe that the people in charge thrive on this chaos.
Definitely.
I can see that.
And so, like, anytime someone tries to unite people against whatever's causing this chaos, they're either killed off, discredited, or completely just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Every time someone tries to, like, unify, because, like, everyone always bitches about, oh, it's like it's black people versus white people, and it's trans people versus whatever. It's like, and it's not. At the end of the day, legitimately, it's poor people being trampled on by everyone.
Right.
It's
and
class.
It's the super elite rich telling the regular rich to tell the middle class that it's all the poor people's fault.
Exactly.
And while all that trickles down, no one's paying attention to the fact that the middle class is shrinking in like large steps.
If it's even there anymore.
And it's hard to call because there's no, like, the last time we had a healthy middle class, we were still producing product in this country.
Right.
And we don't now.
Not,
We just have TikTok stars and
Yeah, we're
Thank
a consumer country. Like, we don't produce anything.
that is kind of crazy.
I fully believe that this country's fucked.
Yeah.
yeah.
You think this is the end?
I mean, I believe that I believe that all of this land will still exist. I don't believe it's the end of that.
No.
I
like the
believe that
Empire.
people will exist beyond this. I believe that there's definitely something big coming, either as
You think there's signs
the
of the
Third
end?
World War or the revolution that, like, where everyone in America finally says, I've had enough. Like, I don't know what's going to come first.
You don't think we're too subdued? I think we're just too pacified.
Oh, yeah.
as a country.
For sure.
Like,
and
I don't think
we're
we
very
have-
much, like, by design.
Yeah.
Like, there's no mistake that, like, they realized they were losing control of everything, and then they started letting a few liberal states pass medical marijuana.
True.
And then they let a few liberal states pass recreational marijuana. And then once that is an established working thing, we can let the whole country just, click them off one or two at a time. There'll be a couple of holdouts. It's never going to be like a full nationwide thing. It'll be like how there's dry counties in the South that just don't serve alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just another thing to keep people occupied and
Yeah, it's
sedate.
just another the rise of, like, OnlyFans, online gambling, and, like, non-prescription drugs. Like, all those things have always existed. Maybe not OnlyFans, but, like, people have always gambled. But now you can gamble from your living room.
Yeah, I bet today
Now
on
you can, like, gamble on your fucking thing while you stare at 80 inches of TV at any casino
DraftKings
in the
they have
country.
right
Yeah.
now Israel or Palestine.
Yeah. And that's crazy to me. But, like, it's a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
And I guarantee someone's going to make a lot of money one way or the other.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Probably DraftKings.
Yeah, for sure. DraftKings.
But,
Probably Israel.
and it's like, I believe that all of these things are done on purpose to keep us all, like, to keep us
Entertained,
pacified.
pacified.
Yeah.
I mean, you subscribe to the whole, like, we don't know we have a leash on if we sit by the peg. Like, the idea of, like, once you do start to push the boundaries, that's when you kind of realize where the leash is and that you are attached to something and you can't go further out.
What do you mean?
Like, as far as government, you mean like as far as
Like, we're
what
all
the government allows you to do?
Yeah, we're all subdued and pacified until that person decides to, maybe I'm going to do things differently. I'm going to try to unite people. I'm not going to be aggressive.
Yeah. And you can look at, like, endless, like, right now, whatever Russell Brand is going through, because I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I spend entirely too much money to live in an existence without commercials.
Yeah.
Like, I pay for commercial-free YouTube, and then I use YouTube Music for my audio.
Yeah.
I don't use Peacock because you can't get it without commercials. I don't use Hulu because the version we have in my apartment has commercials. Like, I don't want commercials. Same thing with news. I don't want news
With
because it's all
advertisements.
just force-fed propaganda anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that Russell Brand has been speaking out a lot about just, like, I'm assuming mostly about all the money that was made during COVID and how, like, because that's tracks for him. And then I guess women came out as like, oh, like 30 years ago, blah, 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 touched my butt, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my whole thing is, if Russell Brand touched a butt, he should have to deal with that karmically.
Yeah. Definitely.
But 30 years is a conveniently long time to not say something until he starts gaining traction on something else.
Right. It comes up at a convenient time for someone who
Yeah.
talks about the things he talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah. Which all
I don't have a stance on adrenochrome. Like
Yeah.
if people are doing it, that's pretty evil.
Yeah.
I don't like until someone shows me proof. It's one of those things I can't buy into.
That makes sense.
1,000 subs on Patreon. We're doing adrenochrome, dude.
I'm here. I'm here. I'll commit to all the stupidity from here on out.
I bet you Corey Stevens has a guy.
Yeah.
I love Corey Stevens to death. Like I even have a podcast with him and Corey Cooley called the Extraordinary League of Corys.
Hell yeah.
But man, that guy is just ready to suck the communist dick.
That's true.
I love him to death.
I've noticed that.
I love him to death, but man, that socialist motherfucker
He's
is gonna
Denver's
doom us
commie
all.
comic. He's our left
Yeah, he's
guy.
our Che Guevara,
Yeah.
and everyone just thinks
Yeah, I
he's
don't
adorable
know.
for being gay.
I don't know about that. I don't know if,
No, he's gonna doom us all, man. He's
I don't
our
know if Che Guevara would have been okay with his lifestyle, to be honest with you.
well, that's fair. I don't know a lot of people that are okay with his lifestyle.
Yeah, true.
I don't care. I think he's a fun guy.
All right.
Give us your top 10 Halloween costumes or whatever.
So
it is.
I did a little research.
Okay.
And this is Evan's top 10 Halloween picks for costumes.
Do we need headphones for this?
It's just got background.
Okay.
music.
All right.
So for number one, let's start. All right, spooky season. We're all getting in our feels.
Dude, I was
It's
on a show last night and they had fucking Halloween Town playing in one of the rooms that I was waiting. It's so good. I love you a big Halloween Town guy?
Halloween Town is Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
No, it's a Disney movie. It's
Oh.
a Disney Channel
Nope,
movie
lost me then.
from 2000 or something. They got to relight the pumpkin to save
definitely not Tim Burton.
No, yeah, no,
the world. Mickey Mouse.
I'm on a different wave, I guess.
Sorry.
We could be the Hocus Pocus witches, the three of us.
Yeah.
Just the male reboot.
Like
Oh, that'd be terrible. I bet by the time we got that through a studio and actually made,
Yeah.
assuming we're still allowed to be a part of that project at that point, I bet it's worse than female Ghostbusters.
That's what I was thinking of.
It just doesn't need to happen.
No, it doesn't.
We release it on Ben Shapiro's
2,000 Patreon subscribers.
network.
Yeah. 2,000 Patreon subscribers, I'll help write the fucking script.
Yeah.
All right, it's pumpkin season. White girls are putting cinnamon in their cocaine. It is bumpin' spice lattes. Let's do the top costumes to avoid this Halloween. You guys
Now,
ready?
when you say costumes to avoid, I have one follow-up question.
Okay.
Are they costumes like if I see a person in that costume, avoid that person? Or is it a costume that I should avoid being me?
I think avoid being.
Take your own interpretation.
Okay.
I like that.
Well, we're not here. Here we are not into animal cruelty. So no dressing up as animals, no dog costumes.
Okay.
Specifically Chinese labs. Because those are making COVID.
Yeah.
So you want to avoid all those this year. A costume that's been hitting the shelves and we are not a fan. The Malcolm XXX costume.
Is porn star Malcolm X.
Yeah.
That's,
No, I'm for it. Fat people need to feel like they count too.
the Nation of Islam would not be happy.
The Nation of Islam is already not happy with me for previous events.
That's true. That's a good point.
I'm on that list whether I express this current opinion or not.
That's a solid argument. I'm white and I'm half Jew, so
Very popular in the South this year is the black Ariel costume.
oh yeah,
It's very huge. Try to avoid that one.
Lizzo. I don't know. Why
They don't have
why are we
bananas
avoiding
under the
it
sea. Why?
They
Yeah.
have sea cucumbers though.
Oh, yeah. That's what they put in
What do they
their
put
pussies.
It in? Oh, okay. They put it in their pussies. So you heard it here from Evan.
Another huge costume this year that has been just very controversial is just Lauren Boebert's boobs. That's a huge costume this year.
It's a fun couples costume because, like, one person can be boobs and the other person can be hands.
Yeah.
Or, like, one
I'm gonna
person
try to
can be,
convince
like,
Laura.
groping a leg and one person can be just, like, vaping big clouds. Like, there's endless possibilities. That's the same chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, one person could be Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, you can be in
the pregnant lady in the back asking
Yeah,
to stop.
it's a great entourage costume.
Yeah.
Like, if you're 5 people, this is what you do.
Someone could be Marjorie Taylor Greene asking Washington to invite her. You know,
One of the it could be the baby
The
in the
baby.
pregnant lady
the baby in the pregnant lady
complaining about the
just
vape.
happens to be a
Nah,
reptilian.
now you're getting too SNL for me.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Like, it's got a place, just not for me.
Yeah.
The colleges apparently won't stop raving about this costume. It is Sexy Fauci.
Sexy Fauci.
We're not fans.
When you brought up raves, I thought maybe it was gonna be like sexy freedom fighters. I thought maybe
Oh, like some Israeli soldiers.
some Hamas. They got parachutes wrapped around them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that would be hot.
Yeah.
Just like
Not.
expose to this much more face.
Yeah.
We also have a very traditional costume on the list this year. It's the like huge headdress with all the face paint and stuff. No Elizabeth Warren costumes.
Yeah. It's probably
It's
a
a
good idea.
classic. It's a classic.
Playing cowboys and Elizabeth Warrens.
Yeah.
All right.
Apparently there's protesters based off of the recent laws that have changed. People are upset about the abortion laws, so they're mixing that with the whole Star Wars universe. And this year they're doing aborted baby Yoda,
Aborted baby Yoda.
and that's disgusting. You know, nobody should be doing that.
And it's scary.
I mean, it
Sounds
depends on how he's aborted, right?
Yeah. I mean, is it like,
Because you got to assume, like,
With the
in a
Force?
world full of Jedis,
yeah.
like, just a
Forced
quick
to take the pill?
Lightsaber's done. You know, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I guess lightsaber too.
And then everything's cauterized.
Yeah. Yeah, just seal it right back up. Wow. I would just use the force, you know?
Suck it out like a Hoover.
Yeah. Yeah,
Catch it and toss it over your shoulder. Like, whoever gets it be the next one to get pregnant.
yeah.
And then the last one on the list is this one is very popular somewhere, but we're not a fan of werewolves. Let's avoid the werewolf because I think it's making fun of hairy people, and they can't control
They
that.
get enough of that.
Exactly.
Fair, but
Alright.
what if you wanted to go as Bigfoot? Does that fall under that same don't do it category as just hairy?
No. Werewolf culture is a whole thing.
Explain werewolf culture.
Is this a sex thing or like a movie thing?
Furries?
Or both thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The furry community has now
Expanded to
Take it-
werewolves.
expanded to werewolves. So they're not
That's
about
bullshit.
They don't do it to get
I don't
sexual.
No, this could be amazing because what I'm hoping comes from this is that the furry community adopts the entire Universal monster catalog.
Okay.
And that's where you get like Frankenstein fuckers and
Yeah.
mummy fuckers and Dracula fuckers.
Oh yeah, and the mummies
yeah,
and
all
daddies.
that classic like 1930s,
mummies.
40s
Step
shit.
mummies.
Outstanding. The spoofs write themselves.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and do the costumes that we are buying this year.
Yeah.
The
let's hear
hottest
'em.
costumes of the year.
Fuck yeah.
We have 2023. This costume is super popular. It's of the Flash.
Which
Superhero.
Flash?
So you get a
One that abducts children, I assume.
well, you get a button-up duster,
onesie?
and then you open it and expose yourself.
Oh.
At a bar in Iceland.
The traditional Flash. The Super Trooper,
That's how he
if
got
you
his
will.
speed.
Yeah.
He had to run away from the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
No. That's how he got his speed, and his coke dealer had a fetish. He's like, you show up here, you flash me the goods, I'll leave you a couple of 8 balls in the glove box.
There you go.
And
So Ezra Miller, just being a team player, just pops up at this bar in Iceland like, here's my wang. Where's my blow?
it's comparing
He is a team
blowjobs
player.
to cocaine.
Yeah.
The other most popular, this one's huge in Denver this year. We are big fans, obviously. This is the unhoused neighbor costume. This is where we just wear our
nice.
normal clothes because we kind of dress homeless.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's the costume
See
that.
that cardboard sign.
Yeah. If you guys had a sign, what would you put on it? Something scary.
Please run me over.
End it for me now.
I
Where's
just-
there in those spiked cars?
I just draw a picture on it. Like, I can't think of anything more clever than why lie, I just want drugs.
Yeah. I hate
What would you
people
draw?
lying
Like
to me.
a
Yeah.
weed leaf with like a smiley face?
No, probably not. That feels a little too old school hippie for me. Like I'm all for hippie ideals. I'm just a new school hippie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all about like love and peace and, let's eat some mushrooms and really see what's going on and shit. But like, I'm also listening to Dr. Dre the whole time.
Yep.
Like, the Grateful Dead can suck it.
Yeah.
Like, I was raised on punk and gangster rap.
You'd run over those dancing bears.
Probably.
Yeah.
Fucking furries, man.
Yeah, dude. Fucking werewolves.
The problem with furries is you can't tell if they're furries or if they're zombies. You just have to assume they're zombies.
Why do you have to assume that?
Because we're already out killing zombies at
I
that
assume
point,
they
right?
want to fuck my kids. That's what I assume about furries.
Ooh. My kids are old enough to make their own decisions.
Yeah. Okay.
You almost said that with like a sense of relief.
Dude, you have no idea. I can't, so here's this. You can be a dad in a happy marriage and raise happy kids, and that's like tier 1 dad shit. And then I spent most of my existence on a tier 2 dad shit where like I had my kids 3 nights, 4 days a week.
That's not.
And when I had my kids, they got my undivided attention outside of, making sure we can all exist.
You almost had like the time to clock in.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah.
time to clock
and
out.
then as soon as my kids went back to their mom's house, it was back to being a dirtbag. And now my kids, like, I'm not legally responsible for my kids anymore.
So now you
I'm
just
not
be a dirtbag.
financially, dude.
Full-time
I'm
dirt.
leaning into it so hard too,
Their dad.
dude. I bought a
Dirtbag dad.
3-seated, like a 3-row seated station wagon.
Fuck yeah.
Just because I wanted to have that ultimate white trash holiday. Even if I go by myself. Like, I want to paint it green and get the wood redone nice and then have someone
yeah.
spray paint honky lips on the side.
Honky
And-
lips?
Yeah, and drive that bitch to Wally World. Like,
Hell
let's
yeah,
go.
dude. That's a good time.
Yeah,
the dream.
yeah. And then when the apocalypse
I think-
comes,
I
it's
think-
already got a V8. It's already rear wheel drive. I can already save bitches in the back. All I got to do is mount those spikes.
People will know you as Honky Lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say honky lips?
No.
Have you ever seen Vacation, like with Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
So they have that green station wagon with the wood panel down the side, the family truckster.
Yeah.
There's a scene where they stop on the south side of Chicago to ask for directions.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's chatting them up. And then in the background, someone's stealing all the hubcaps off the car. And this kid walks up and spray paints honky lips down the
Holy
back
shit.
side of the car, like on the
Damn,
quarter
that was
panel.
a deep cut.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that at all. That's crazy.
Oh, I loved that movie. It's,
Yeah.
it's like probably in my top 5.
I had a roommate, my first ever roommate. He watched that movie from the time he woke up to the time he went to sleep every fucking day. I remember I left for work.
Wait. What?
Yes.
Just
I-
one movie all
just
day on loop.
on repeat. But I think he was
That is the most mental ill.
I think he was starting to tweak. I think he was getting into meth at the time because he also started like I remember I came home and our yard was just full of like
Bike frames.
yeah, bike frames and
Holes.
rusted washer and dryers and
Oh
fucking
no!
carts from like shopping carts and then I go in and
Preparing for the apocalypse.
Vacation is literally on the same exact scene that it was on when I left. Except
Oh,
it's
no.
like it's playing, it's not paused and
Yeah.
I'm like, how many times do you watch this today, dude? He was like, I don't know, 6, 7 times. What?
Does it get
Well,
better?
I do think you should watch it. I don't know
Probably
that
on
7
Netflix, it probably
times in
gets
a
considerably
row.
better, yeah. I don't know. We had other movies. I don't know.
Well, 1,500 subscribers. We're watching
Watching
National
Vacation on Meth, yeah.
We should invite Lou for that one. I really think he'd appreciate it more than most of us.
Yeah, honkies, we'll fucking do it.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
That sounds like a blast. Yeah. Wow, I can't, dude, that's a sign. That's when I would tap on someone's shoulder and be like, hey, dude, I think you need to put down the DVD remote.
Yeah.
That is
I think
crazy.
you should take a shower, maybe. Yeah. Nice
Where do
action.
all these bike frames keep coming
Yeah.
from?
Do you really need 50 cents that bad?
Did you put spikes on the front of your car? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not for this. It's a different project. It's more
zombies.
of a preparation.
Yeah.
There's zombies down at Tent City, and I got to take care of them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the few last costumes. We've got Pink Floyd. This is George Floyd with a red face.
Wow, that's... You sat down and came up with that. That's crazy.
Wow. I'm like,
Sat down and said, you know what we need a
George Floyd, Pink Floyd joke. Wow. I commend it, man. Like, he delivered it, and then he never backed away. Like, the ridicule came instantly, and he just leaned in. He's like, nope, wait, it's brilliant. You don't see it yet.
His face is red. What the fuck? That could be an ensemble costume
Yeah.
too. You can have some friends.
Yeah.
Friend named Derek.
Get someone to take a video of it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. That's awful, Evan. You just sat down and said, this one goes in the costumes we should wear, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I love it, dude. That's great. That's what this podcast is all about right there, as they say.
And as a response, you can have your friend next to you stand up as a black square, which would be Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Wow. That's... I get it. That is good. He is a square and he is black. And people were putting black squares on there. That's good, dude.
That joke can't live
You're
anywhere
allowed to
else.
be proud of that. You're allowed to be proud of that.
You should be, that's great. It's just...
It's not for everyone, but you're allowed to be proud of that.
That's fucking good. Wow.
And that has been Evan's costumes picks
Pink
for
Floyd.
2023.
And his face is red.
Pink Floyd and Black Square.
Oh, wow. He's shocked.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. That was good.
It's an idea that I hate that I didn't come up with it.
Yeah, same. It's,
Like,
wow.
man, fuck, really? Damn.
You know, sometimes you wonder if, like, where did these things come from?
Where did that come from?
I
What were
sat
they-
down with pen to paper.
You did.
Yeah. Honestly, it was going to be on costumes
You-
to
you
avoid. And I
heard-
was
you
like, this
heard-
is too good.
You heard from the muse, and it said, you know what you need? You need a George Floyd joke.
Yeah.
It's
A
never
really
too late.
fucked up George Floyd joke.
Holy shit, dude. That's great. That's what you're clipping. Except your face isn't in it. That sucks.
You know what? It was really, there was I was reading articles and one of them was like, do not do anything blackface. And I was like, well, what about red face?
No, it's brilliant. Brilliant. I'm here for it. Anyone
yeah.
that gets offended can preemptively suck my fat ass crack.
Your face will turn red, too.
If I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
And I have a gift for you, Dylan.
Okay.
Right next to the hat here. I got a couple booklets I thought you might enjoy.
Is it a pocket constitution? You know, you might be. This might surprise you, but I've had a couple of these in my day already.
I think everyone should.
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah, but dude, I will.
This is just some light reading.
Just some light reading. I need to brush up on the Constitution. That's for sure.
Where did you pick that up? I want to get one for Corey Stevens just so I can watch him flip out.
I was gonna say I'll give it to him. Give one of these to him tonight. He's at Howie's, but he's in Pueblo tonight. So
Oh, he's down in Pueblo?
yeah.
Dang. Getting sold?
Here's some dates to remember. March 1st, 1781. The state of Michigan. The state of Maryland officially ratifies the Articles of Confederation, and the document is declared in force. The following day, Congress takes the name of the United States and Congress assembled. Great.
Have you ever found out that your family did some really heinous shit in history?
No, but just based on my Ancestry.com reports and where we went in America, I can assume we did some.
So, my surname, Quattlebaum,
Okay.
at my grandpa's funeral, it was explained to me, it's like my great-great-grandpa's cousin was the first person to sign the paperwork for South Carolina to secede.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, that's rough.
That's not, yeah. That's not good.
Yeah, like it doesn't direct lineage to me, but like, oh, man. Like, it's a really easy line to draw.
Yeah.
And then I found out that
they literally drew the line.
There's a surprisingly large amount of black Quattlebaums in the South.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, in the Denver metro area, there's 6 Quattlebaums.
Yeah.
Me, my mom, my sister, a black woman named Michelle,
Quaddle Dominique.
and then my daughter. That's it.
You should probably calm down after that. George, you already got George Floyd in. I just maybe calm down on the Quaddle Dominique.
No, it's a good name, though. Like, if I was a black chick and my last name was Quattlebaum, it rolls right off the tongue.
It does, yeah.
Quattlebaumanique.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like some Tribe
Quattlebaum.
Called Quest lyrics, you know what I mean?
It does, yeah. It's like quite.
Quattlebaumanique. You
Yeah.
got it going on. It's Quattlebaumanique. You got to hit the song.
Yeah.
Like, but if you get
That's pretty
aside from
tight.
racism. But yeah, there's like 5 of us in Denver, like the entire Front Range, basically.
Yeah.
But if I go to like fucking Montgomery, Alabama, just all the black people.
Damn. Have you ever been to like a black funeral?
Have you ever hosted a black funeral?
I did host a black and Hispanic rap death benefit.
There you go.
All right, dude. That's credit.
Like the kid's mom was Mexican and the kid's dad was black.
Nice.
Damn, dude.
Well, maybe not nice, but
No, it was
yeah,
nice.
good
They
point.
seemed like a great couple. The
Yeah,
other kid
someone-
that didn't die
someone-
seemed like he was pretty well adjusted for his brother just dying.
yeah, that's good.
That's
Yeah,
strong.
good.
It's a
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
young cholo.
Like they weren't fighting. Like normally you can tell people like, grief stricken, they fight over everything. It's weird.
If you ever get a job, an important job, this is going to be the one they go back to and say, maybe not. This guy just keeps throwing them out there.
I was like YOLO, dude, but cholo.
Cholo. You only live once.
And the best part of that is I know enough Mexican dudes named Chewy that it's beautiful.
I know some Mexican dudes named Chewy too. Oh, man.
Hell yeah, guys. That was
Do you know
fun.
enough Mexican dudes to have a Mexican nickname?
You just do?
I do. Do you?
Do I have a Mexican
Yeah,
name?
I was
from Mexican dudes.
Güero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just white guy.
Just a white guy, yeah.
I had my real name's John.
Okay.
And so I grew up with a lot of Hispanic dudes and I constantly tried to correct them, but the whole time instead of saying John, they'd call me Gringo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also,
I'm
just
Oso.
white guy. Oso, yeah, that's better. What does Oso mean?
Just bear in
Just
Spanish.
bear, yeah,
Oh, that's pretty tight.
yeah.
I don't know enough Spanish. I used to know a lot in Florida because it was just like
Yeah.
half of the menus.
My first job was at like a Wendy's, and there's these 2 Hispanic women that I thought were teaching me how to properly say Spanish stuff. And I asked them how.
not at
No,
all.
I thought I was saying I don't care because they think it was so fun because I would say I don't care to people over the like while I was taking orders, and they thought it was so funny. So I asked them how to say it in Spanish, and they told me how to say "not my door," or maybe I just said it wrong because it's like "no me porta" and "no me importa" is like one's I don't care and one's not my door, and I was saying "not my door" the whole time, and I thought they were laughing because I was telling these people that I didn't care in Spanish, but really they were laughing because I just kept saying "not my door" all the time. So. Yeah, that was long-winded, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
No, it was brilliant.
Yeah,
That's so well. That's even
I had a
funnier to
bit,
say
like,
at the intercom.
You know,
Like,
sometimes
hey,
you
not
can
my
have
door.
a joke
Yeah.
that you can only use for like 6 weeks and then it's just not fun anymore.
yeah. I have a joke like that right now. That
One of my favorite 6-week jokes. I
wanna
was
keep
working
it.
at a cheesecake factory out in Littleton. I was just
Yeah.
working in the dish pit, like
What do
trying
they
to
make there? Cheesecake or fat
all
people?
sorts of stuff. According to Corey Cooley, exclusively fat people. But I remember I was just working there one day. Fuck, where was I going with this? I'm too high, maybe. What were we talking about?
Fuck.
Come on, guys.
Oh, I had this short-lived bit where I was like,
bits
yeah,
that you can only use for
the,
a few
the
weeks.
Mexicans in the kitchen gave me a new nickname. I can't pronounce it, but it translates to sad dishwasher.
Yeah, hell yeah. I like that.
My favorite of those I had when Black Panther died.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Be careful, dude.
I know.
Boseman, no.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman, yeah.
I said Chadwick Boseman died of colon cancer. You know, Wakanda way to go.
Yeah.
Wakanda way to die. You know.
Yeah, that's sad, dude.
He has family that loves him, you know.
He has a whole nation that loved him, actually. Wakanda.
Forever.
Yeah.
The real chosen people.
Hey, now. I don't see them in the Bible anywhere.
Ooh, one of my newer favorite conspiracy theories.
Yeah, give it to us.
Like
A little
part of the
close.
reason they made Black Panther the movie and like pushed it so hard, like it was a success. I take nothing away from the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I dug it.
But part of the reason they did it is so if you Google Black Panther, you have to sift through pages and pages of that before you get to
hide
like
the
the
actual-
60s revolutionaries.
I believe it. That's
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
so I was watching this video. I go down some crazy rabbit holes. I found this stuff.
What's your favorite conspiracy?
Isn't that why there's gun laws in California? Was the Black Panthers?
I mean, I believe that anyone in power is sold out.
Sure.
If you become president, like, and that's one reason. In this, guys, I used to be someone that like would watch Alex Jones from time to time, and I feel like he was the kind of person who, like, he would talk about how like if you there's no one that becomes president
Yeah.
that is not sold out.
That's one of the things I love about Alex Jones
but then
is
when
he
became
hated
so,
every
like,
president.
Right, but then he became so for Donald Trump, and I was like, okay, dude, I feel like, but a year ago you were saying the president, it doesn't matter, and now you're like, I don't know. That's when I was like, all right, dude, I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah, but anyway, my favorite. That's what I would fight the most for, though. I don't know about favorite. Like I used to be so into it, dude. I had a book, a David Icke book, this thick about Global Guide to Conspiracy Theories and reptilians, and watching videos that supposedly, Hillary Clinton blinked and her eye turned into a lizard eye, and I used to go down all that shit. But the one that I believe in the most is that if you're in any position of power and you actually can get shit done, you're either gonna be sold out or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're gonna be set aside somehow. So that's Illuminati. I think that's for like maybe not Illuminati.
What do you mean by power?
Presidents are just puppets. They're just
Yeah.
So you mean political power? Do you
Yeah.
not think it's the same for like someone who has a bunch of Instagram followers? Because that's where I think the real power is.
I would
And maybe
say that,
I'm
no. That's to distract us. That's
Really?
psyop shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all set up to distract us. Sports, social media, what we're doing right
Here's
now.
why I have a hard time trusting social media. So like
We're a part of the problem?
I
We're
caught
part of the
felonies
problem.
mad
Hashtag
young.
Dave
I
Smith.
caught 2 felonies at like 18.
You did?
Yeah.
You caught them felons?
No, I became a felon.
okay.
I caught 2 felonies at the age of 18.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought you
at a
meant like
very
you
young
wrangled up a
age,
couple.
I saw how exactly fucked the legal system was.
Yeah.
Just like going through a trial. And I was like, oh, well, if this is fucked, I wonder what else is fucked.
Right.
And then like a couple years later, my mom goes through this crazy medical shit. And I was like, oh, the medical industry's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So the judicial system's fucked. The prison industrial system's fucked. Is everything fucked? And
Everything
I
is
just, dude,
fucked.
everything, all of it, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
The
It's all
farmers.
fucked.
My favorite conspiracy theory is that the Catholic Church is actually the Roman Empire, and
I've heard that. I've heard that.
It's literally just, it's not real Christianity. It's no, they don't even follow the Bible. They're idol worshippers. It's literally just Greek worship turned
Sure.
into given names of saints and apostles, and with none of that's in
Okay,
the
so
Bible.
if you keep that theory in mind, this goes to how far I believe, how deep I believe.
yeah.
I absolutely believe that is a possibility, if not a probability.
Yeah.
Because you can just trace the lineage.
Right, 100%.
It's like how if you go back far enough, all of the world banks tie to one family.
Right. Yeah.
All of that shit. It really happened.
Yeah.
You can go back in history
It's
and find
there.
it.
Yeah.
I just recently learned about Tartaria. Do you know anything about Tartaria?
Yeah, about how
Dude,
they were
it's
like,
video game?
crazy. No.
huh? No.
It was
talking about
the country.
and
like
at one point they were between the Ottoman Empire and the Catholic Empire, Roman Empire, the Catholic Roman Empire, and they said, "Well, we don't want to be in control of any of these people, so we're all going to convert to Judaism." And that's one of the things about Tartaria.
And then Tartaria was also like the same type of like, you know how Nikola Tesla figured out how to just draw energy from the air?
Yeah.
Tartaria figured it out before Nikola Tesla existed.
Yeah.
Like it was an amazing place, and you can find examples of their architecture and their buildings all around the world.
Right.
Really?
Like they were a world power like up until like the 1890s, give or take. Like you can look at old world maps and find like where it's most like
Khazar or something like that.
Yeah, like Russia and Asia. The Great Wall of China is actually the Great Wall of Tartaria. Because if you look at the Great Wall of China, it's a very big wall that runs that entire border or whatever, but all of the doors are on the wrong side of it.
That's
The whole
interesting.
wall is built to
keep the Chinese in.
It's not built to keep people
built
out
the
of
doors in the
China.
wrong
They're like
way.
if you're on the other side, you can walk right up the stairs and get to the top of the wall and shoot at the Chinese.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the whole wall is like that. It's all built because it's the Great Wall of Tartaria, and the Chinese just like, nope, that's our wall now.
Yeah.
Well, they lasted longer.
I mean, to some extent, yes.
I mean, technically that'd be like what, like Germany now? Germany and like the what used to be the Iron Curtain and
Yeah, probably.
yeah,
The Iron Wall.
the Iron Wall of Tartaria.
I listened to the White Album, Beatles, Back to the USSR this morning.
You listen to the
Back to the USSR.
oh okay, it's a song.
You don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah,
I listened to the
never
Grey
heard
album
the
like
Beatles,
a
yeah.
week ago. Does that count?
Yeah.
That,
Okay.
is that the Jay-Z and Beatles mix
Yeah.
up? Yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
Shout out Danger Mouse. I know you're listening.
Danger Mouse is so good. Yeah, he's a big fan.
Danger Mouse 5.
Yeah. Gross. Make sure I take my
That saddens
pocket
me.
constitution.
It saddens me.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Oh,
My son was marshmallow for Halloween last year. That saddens me
remember
too.
that.
Yeah,
You spent a lot of money to get him that costume.
I did.
You're a
what
good
is
dad.
marshmallow? Is that, I'm assuming
Ooh.
it's one of the head creatures.
He's an EDM DJ.
Sure, yeah. What's his head look like though?
Oh, a it looks like a fucking
Marshmallow.
sort of fucking dumb.
But real quick,
Yeah.
before we round this off, Bear,
Yes.
being a comedian and a father for a long time, I thought you might be able to share any advice that you have for Dylan.
oh hell yeah,
Because I don't think there's a lot of dads in the scene. I think a lot of comedians, honestly, like aren't responsible enough to take care of kids.
Dude, yeah. There's definitely some of that.
And I think that if you have anything,
Man, like the one piece of advice that I would give to any father, like just hands down, don't lie to your kids.
don't lie.
Like by the time I was old enough, like by the time I found out that my wife was pregnant with my first kid, I had been lied to by so many establishments. I was like, oh, I'm going to be a dad. I will never lie to this kid.
Yeah,
I will, and I never have. I never talk to my kids and like, how old are your kids?
5 and 11.
So you're past all like the boo boo boo, like the baby talk shit.
Yeah,
I never baby talk to my kids.
yeah. I hate that. I hate
Anytime
when
my kids
other
ask me
people
a
do it.
question, because I remember like I'd ask my parents a question and they would just lie to me.
Yeah,
And I'd believe them because there's no internet to check.
right.
I wasn't going to go sift through the Encyclopedia Britannica to see what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking like, so anytime my kids ask me a question, I was like, this is what I know to the best of my knowledge. Let's see what the internet says.
Yeah, that's what I try and do.
Yeah. That's like, this is a bet. Because then you're like, you never have to worry about them resenting you later for lying later.
Right.
Yeah, I also think it's like a level of like they if you honestly are coming at it from that angle of I want to be honest with the kid, I mean that's a level of like respect that you don't give to other people. You know, like other people I'll lie to, but like
Yeah.
if it's
But it's my kids. Like, and basically what it is, I want my kids to feel like they can come to me with anything.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because no matter how fucked up something might get, I would rather be in a position where they want me to help them than them keep it from me.
Oh, and your level of honesty only replicates back where they can
Yeah.
feel honest with you.
Yeah.
Because you're like, look, I've been fucking honest since day one.
Yeah. And both of my kids will admit, but like, yeah, mom's rad. Like, mom's the one that'll take them on shopping sprees. Mom's like, dad's the one I can talk to.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Honesty is key.
Yeah.
My dad lied to me a lot.
Dude, my parents never stopped. My mom still lies to me.
Yeah.
I can show my mom proof of something, and then 5 minutes later, she'll tell me a story. Well, she will lie to me about what I showed her.
Contradict it.
Yeah.
And I don't think she does it out of malice or spite. I think she's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Shout
get
out
that.
to crazy boomers.
Yeah,
My
that's-
dad's the fisherman, the guy who exaggerates every
I got
story.
a fish this.
Yeah. Yeah. When it was something that big. So like,
I call that the 20%er people. And what it is everything that they tell you has 20% truth in it.
yeah, that's so accurate.
Like it's all seated in truth, but the details where everything gets
They
out
just
of
gotta
hand.
make it a little bit more bigger
Like-
than it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely my dad.
20%.
Yeah. I mean, not the assault part,
I
but
caught a fish. Like, no doubt. Totally, I believe that you
This
caught a
fish-
fish.
this
I do
fish
not
tried to
believe
rape
that it
me.
was 18 inches. Yeah. This fish had 2 dicks and it was staring at me right in the eye.
it's like, Dad, you were flirting with that fish
Yeah.
first. Okay.
What were you wearing, Dad?
I told you about those crop tops, Dad.
Hell yeah. You should have been honest with me from the beginning, Dad.
You'd have just been honest. We'd
Just
have
say
been
you
fine.
wanted to fuck that fish.
All this time? Never mind.
All right.
Just so you're aware, he fucked that fish.
Yeah. Evan's dad fucks fishes.
I am going to throw on some plug music. Do you, Bear, do you want to plug the podcast with the 2 Corys?
I don't know if it's like, I know we've recorded about 5 episodes. I don't know if any of them are out yet.
So it hasn't been released yet.
Yeah, I don't believe it's been released yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Where,
I don't know. Follow me on Instagram. It's the only social media I have.
what is the handle? And I'll put it
That
right.
the number 1 pothead.
The number 1 pothead.
Just that one pothead.
Oh, that one pothead.
Yeah.
Sick. Dylan?
Oh,
Cloudy-eyed?
Howie's Ralston Lounge every Saturday at 8:30 the list drops, 9 o'clock the mic starts. Sometimes we have showcases, so the mic might start a little bit later, but it's usually always a good time. There's always a crowd that's paying attention. It might not. Sometimes it's
a
5 or
fun
6.
room.
Thank you. Yeah, I've worked really hard, and I think it's starting to gain momentum again. So
Fuck yeah.
every week, if you haven't come, you should come. Get set.
You have one of those mics that suffers from seasonal stuff.
100%. And
Because, like, especially in the summer when Cano's mic is running too,
yeah.
like, everyone wants to be outside.
Yeah,
and
I
having fun.
totally get that, and that's why I started later.
But,
so
like, now that
I
it's,
can
like,
try and
getting
get
cold
both.
outside, it'll pick
I'll
up
get some more
again.
people.
And the sun is setting earlier.
Yeah, I would like to get some more people because I mean, I don't think I've ever had more. I mean, maybe this is good, but I don't think I've ever had more than 25 comics.
I also think you get more audience
I get
than
more
you get
audience
comics.
than comics sometimes.
I've only done your room like maybe 5 times, but I've definitely never had a bad time.
Yeah, I mean, I have, but it's because
I mean, it's the rule of averages.
Yeah,
You've done it
no,
more than
I-
5 times.
I had like a streak going where I had someone try and confront me from the stage multiple times, for a good month and a half, and I've pulled away from that.
Have you ever seen Violence on Stage?
Not yet.
It's a good band.
It's not a bad band name.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to know these names. Like older comics will know these names. But I saw Rick Bryan
I know them.
choke out Dick Black at an
I
open
know
mic
both those
What?
people. Wow.
decade ago.
I've seen both of those. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
All right.
At a mic?
What? At an open mic. Like 404 Broadway.
Oh, Bar 404?
Yeah, whatever. I think it was a different name then.
Wow.
But yeah.
Do you know Spaghetti Jake?
I do.
He tackled someone through a wall for heckling one time.
He defended another comic
He
while they were on
defended the
stage.
honor of Ben Daly.
He used his belly and he just hit the guy, and apparently the guy's legs went into the air.
And he went into the wall.
And he hit the wall.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard if it was like a football play, Spaghetti would have been rejected.
Yeah.
They would have been like, that's a illegal hit.
Yeah. It was cool.
I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, Howie's Ralston Lounge, come there.
There's nobody ever fighting there.
it's a lot of guys. I'll say that. And if you come, I'm not gonna make you sit and wait.
If you are a female,
if you're a female, come through. We'll get you up sooner. And I try to do, if there's enough people, I try to do female, male, male, female, female. You know what I mean? And I also try and give some people 10-minute sets. And if you come every week, I usually give people longer sets. And yeah,
hell yeah,
I try to make it a fun time.
sick. Yeah,
I'll vouch.
Howie's.
Hell yeah.
And then Slaughterhouse Studios. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And then
like
Roast
the
Battle.
algorithm. That's how it works, right? You like the algorithm.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe.
Give us likes, dude.
Comment.
That shit is awesome. We do love it.
Yeah.
Like the comments that people are talking shit about the podcast. Anything.
Yeah.
Talk shit. Go ahead and
Yeah.
give us a bad comment.
Are you guys YouTubing this? Are you guys like Spotify in this? Are you everywhere?
Yes and
Pretty
yes.
much everywhere.
I like it.
Yeah.
And Roast Battle. We have 3 shows a month. Once a month at the Improv. Come through. The fucking roast battles. We've been implementing all these new weird ideas. We have shows in the works. So Slaughterhouse Studios. Give us a subscription.
Cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Bear, thank you for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me, guys. Anytime.
Yeah, hell
This
yeah.
is fun.
Hell
Yeah, we'll get you on again, dude. Thanks
I feel
so
like
much.
we went a little wild.
Yeah, a little bit. That's all right.
I don't play by rules.
Fucking flat Earth, dude.
Yeah, Pink Floyd.
Dude, all I can say is that water finds level. And if you don't understand that, put water in a clear bottle and turn that bottle any way you want.
Yeah.
And that water's always going to find level.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
then try and pour it on a spinning ball and tell me what it does.
Oh, God damn it. Goodbye.
Outrage.